surprising when things work out the way you want them to. So we're a little over the 1-year anniversary of this truck sitting in my yard. It's been like a year and 5 weeks or something like that, and it's been sitting in the exact same spot. I haven't touched it basically at all up until recently. So right now we're taking the oil out of it. This has a bad head gasket. Stuff is still coming out, although it's slowed down. We're almost there, and you can see juicy delicious. Of course, blown head gasket, so this has like a gallon of coolant in the oil, so it overfilled this pan. I think this pan is 6 quarts, and it kept on going, so that's what, I don't know, probably 8 quarts, just guessing. And so this probably has 5 quarts of oil, so yeah, I mean, you do the math, that's a lot of coolant. So we got the intake off. This is what it looks like on the inside. Fantastic. Eventually we're going to rip these heads off. Hopefully we're going to get this running today, because that is our time frame. My buddy Tyler is over here cleaning up this intake here. You can see beautiful sparkly, and you can actually see where there used to be some coolant up in here. Yeah, you can see the residue of what was. That mating surface is beautiful. So can we get it running today? I don't know. Let's find out. Alright, so we just cracked open this valve cover, so this is what it looks like in here. And bear in mind, this is upside down, so this is all the paste that is defying gravity. And then here is that these rocker arms look like, fresh uncovered.
It's a good thing we're not doing like a video blog of this or anything, because
So this would be really difficult?
Well, no, we've missed so many things.
So these are what the push rods and rocker arms look like after they've been cleaned. Beautiful. Brand new.
Except not.
Now this is the cylinder, I believe, that hydraulic, because you can see there's actually a crack in the head. Now that crack isn't very deep, but I think that's because of the pressure from the coolant in that cylinder. And anyway, so I figured while I had these heads out, I better lap the valves. Just want to make sure they seal. And I pulled this valve out, okay? And I was looking at the seat and everything, and I said, well, you know, this looks pretty clean. This is a pretty good looking valve. But I thought I'd put a little bit of lapping compound on there just to be sure, just make sure I get a good seal on it. And I was rotating this, and see if you can find the problem here. What looks a little bit off? Huh. You might be able to see that this has a nice light brown on the valve, so this was burning pretty decent. Then if you look at that seat, it's really dark. So it was sealing like mostly, but it's not great. Ideally, you want this to be kind of shiny. So you see, that's okay there. Some of this is a little bit dark as you go around, and some of it's lighter. So now this valve is perfect. If I rotate it, and you look at the edge there, there's a strip of shiny metal, and all the way around it is consistently shiny. There's no blemishes, there's no rust, there's no nothing. It's just shiny exposed metal. That's perfect. Now that I've lapped that one, so that's what you want that to look like ideally. If you look at this seat right there at the tip of my finger, the valve seat insert is cracked. You can see that line there. Down below here you can see how there's a dark spot in there. This valve was not sealing right here, and so I lapped it, and so the top part is shiny because I lapped it and I exposed bare metal, and the bottom part is still dark because it's not quite lapped down all the way. I'd actually have to take material off this entire seat all the way around evenly to get that down enough to start lapping and polishing that piece there. But it looks like the way that this is, it should seal just fine. You might not be able to see, but this exhaust valve is actually green. Like in person, that's a very obvious green. So I know this isn't burning lean at least by itself, because that would be white. There's no color to it. So because this is green, this must be burning coolant. That's the only place that green could come from. So these are the only places that coolant could come from. Yeah, I can't see anything, but this head gasket must have been broken, so it must have been getting coolant in here from one of those.
Oh yeah, that moves a little more.
Well, we're fixing the 460 here for the first time in about a year and a half. I got both heads on, then that rearmost cylinder there. The top lip on the piston, you know, just above that first compression ring, there's a section where almost like a quarter, 25% of that of the, you know, distance around the circumference there just broke off. That lip above just boink, and you could see where the ring is supposed to be, and I couldn't see the ring. I couldn't identify the ring in that mess, so I don't even know if it has a top ring, but it has at least a scraper ring and an oil ring, which should be plenty for compression. So.
Honestly, these don't look right without a bit of blow-by.
Yeah, it's an 8.5 to 1, so it's not high enough compression to. So yeah, that's been sitting for a minute. So we're gonna try to gasoline explosion this back into life, and then yeah. I only slept 4 hours last night, and everything hurts. Can I just have literally anything?
The air is free.
Not at the vast majority of gas stations that have compressors.
Yeah, but that's compressed air. It's a different class of air.
Oh.
Oh, here I thought you were saying something intelligent. I apologize.
Get down in there.
Front tank. It's on the front tank. Of course it's on the front tank. The rear tank is a lie. Also, you have a piece of electrical tape in your hair.
Good.
I kind of want to play with it.
Miss me with that gay shit, nigga?
And now it's going to live on camera forever.
This is going to run, and we're not even going to be able to make it the 1,100 feet to the gas station because it's going to burn through this 5 gallons.
Well, I mean, what was the combined MPG on these originally? About 8?
Yeah, that's actually almost exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. And this has been a moment of getting gas with Balin.
All right, I'm good.
She wants to go. Oh my fucking god. Rough vest. Yeah. 460 cubic inches of hell yeah.
Let me put it this way. It's reassembled and it runs, so if I'm literally back to square one and it runs no better than when I took it apart, I don't give a shit. It moves. It's fucking out of here.
Glad I get to drive it.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually add oil. I think there was oil pressure. Let me turn the key back on. I assume the gauge works. Let's find out.
You do realize all gauges in Fords are ornamental, right?
Based on the evidence I have, it appears the gauge is working, so it appears to actually have oil pressure, so that's cool.
Well, mine lies to me all the time. I'll be quart low and it'll be like, oh yeah, you still have oil pressure.
Well, but the oil pressure and oil quantity are separate.
So you're using the thing you filled your gas with to put more oil in it.
Well, it'll stop the oil from sticking to the funnel. You know, I feel like this is exactly the same as when I started. It literally runs no better.
Yeah, it's because how they ran exactly like that factory.
Well, I wonder if it's something stupid like a spark plug got dinged or anything. Did they all look like they had a gap when you put them in?
I was supposed to look for gap.
Well, I suppose we can pull plug wires and we can pretty well diagnose and see.
Why do I have to do the exhaust?
Because I gotta orchestrate a ride to Tucson for you.
Fuck.
We're about to run over to Ian's house. This truck has never moved under its own power, ever, as long as I've owned it. So Ian, I surmise, is gonna shit his pants when he sees it. It's running on like a couple of cylinders, max. Same as when I got it. Well, I suppose I could do some more troubleshooting, but yeah, it's
shit, dude.
It's useless.
Which way do I go?
Straight. Just straight until the roundabout.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and signal. If at all possible, because we can look like a drunk asshole.
I don't know if you can see the smoke. You got to get the wind just right, but it's pouring smoke out from under the hood, and it started to seem like it was misfiring worse. So we're gonna try to. Yeah. This is gonna be another $650 truck that I paid money for.
I bet you it's us.
There's the smoke. Oh, there we go.
Stop. Oh shit. Wait, no, that was. It looks like our bro Ian is behind us in total ex machina fashion.
He caught up with us when Dingaling here died at the light because he doesn't know how to drive broken cars.
Well, you know what? This
is
is
not true roadkill.
No. A manual does not die unless you let it die. This dies on its own. You have to left foot brake it and hold the throttle. No. Shush.
Your survival
I'm not even using
has
that.
to kick in. And
not even using that door. I'm so turning this off.
3 bolts of.
Yeah, man. There it is.
So this is super crazy day. That right there is Balin Mania, and we are going to do something really stupid today. It was a terrible idea. Balin might die. It was making me uncomfortable.
Go, Bailey!
You riding this?
What the fuck is happening?
Balin said not to talk crap about this camera. It's a piece of shit. This is so unbelievably sketchy.
Why would you put me through this, you jerk?
That's the power of really old engineering.
It'd be nice if it didn't kill me. It's not required.
I felt it fucking pop.
Make a wish, everyone. Make a wish.
Not okay.
You went too far. This guy, man. This guy.